way.
Yes, well, what else would Mary Poppins be doing, you know?
Had you dusted in there earlier also?
Yes, I had. I
Great.
nearly brought the dustpan and brush out, but I thought, no.
All right, well, during commercial break or something.
Maybe.
And I actually thought you were wearing the pink jacket to show me off.
I wondered if you wanted to borrow it.
Yeah, I might.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was looking for a little more color. So thank you for being here.
I'm thrilled to be here.
And that brings back so many memories. That was such an important film, I think, you know, and I watched everybody sing along. What was it like working with all those kids?
It was great. Everybody thinks, oh, my God, you know, 7 kids, but they were terrific. The littlest one was probably the most difficult for me because she was just a tad heavy in those days. She's now this gorgeous-looking Monroe-esque young lady, but...
do you still see them? Do you know where they are?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
We see each other at Christmases and at, you know, when we get together again every 10 years or so, and we send each other Christmas cards.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Now, you've been for how long have you been in the business?
Oh, Ellen,
I mean, you started young.
I started very young. My stepfather discovered that I had this freak singing voice, about 4 octaves. It was so high and so strong, and dogs would come for miles around, you know, when I went up to those high notes. And about 12, I made my debut in London, and then I was touring with my parents, who were in vaudeville, all through my teens, and happily and most luckily came to this wonderful country.
Wow. And so when you were 12, does that help you not have stage fright because you're so young and innocent?
Yeah, you don't think about it.
You know,
I have more stage fright now than I ever had then because one has nothing to lose in those early days. Well, you probably know.
You don't overanalyze it. I think when we're adults, you start worrying about judgment. When you're a kid, you don't think about it.
No, you just do, yeah. Yeah.
And how did you get your first, the first film was Mary Poppins?
First film was Mary Poppins, and I had been on Broadway in My Fair Lady and Camelot, and of all people, Walt Disney came backstage. He came to see Camelot with the wondrous Richard Burton, and he came backstage, and I thought he was just paying a visit, but he came back and said, would I be interested in coming out to Burbank to see the designs and to hear the songs that he had for this new movie that he was thinking of called Mary Poppins. And I said, Mr. Disney, I'm so sorry to tell you, but I'm pregnant. And he said, honestly, he said, that's okay, we'll wait.
Wow.
And so he waited, and I most happily said yes to Mary Poppins.
And now, did you received an Oscar for that role? Is that right?
Yes, I did, yeah.
That's amazing. Your first
Very lucky.
Now, you know how they're remaking everything now. It seems like there's no new ideas, so they're just making old TV shows and old things.
Yeah.
And who do you see if they would make Sound of Music again or Mary Poppins? Who do you see in that role?
Oh my, lots of talent out there, huge talent. Lots of
like
young
who?
Well, got any ideas, Ellen?
I'm just was wanted, you know what? Oh, what's that back there? If you, I just had these around the house, so,
Let's have a look.
yeah, and then just one, just one more, that's,
I will. No, I will, if you're interested, I'll definitely mention it next time I'm asked.
yeah. I mean,
You could do it in your spare time, right?
Yes, like on weekends or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Because
that's adorable.
Yeah.
You have to let me have that
You can
one.
have all of them.
Thank you.
You can have all of them. So
okay,
it
then I'll
reminds you.
sort of shuffle them out and pass them around.
Oh, no, I made flyers for you. All right, we have to take a commercial. We'll be right back with Julie Andrews right after this. We're back with Julie Andrews. Now, I haven't seen you for a while, but how many grandkids do you have now?
I have 7 grandchildren.
7?
Yeah.
What ages?
They range from 13 years to very, very, very tiny.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they understand how famous their grandmother is? Or?
Well, not the really little ones. No, there's a sweet story about my middle daughter, Emma, with whom I write. She has a little son, and when he was 3, little Sam, she didn't want to show him Mary Poppins because she thought she'd wait till she could explain properly. But of course, he went to a birthday party, and they happened as a treat to be showing Mary Poppins. So she went to pick him up, and he was standing in front of the television set like this, and looking terribly puzzled. And she knelt beside him, and she said, "Do you think you know who that lady is?" And he went, "Yes." And she said, "Is it somebody very close to us?" "Yes." "And is it someone in the family?" "Oh," and she said, "Is it maybe Granny Jules?" And he went, "Oh, yes!" That's so dear. And I, of course, the next day I really went much higher, I think.
Yeah, I bet. And what about all the books? Now, you've been writing, how long have you been writing children's books?
I think about 30 years now,
Really?
maybe a little more.
Wow.
Yeah, and now my daughter, the mother of Sam, we have a publishing imprint which is called the Julie Andrews Collection, and a lot of books, and I'm so thrilled and I'm so enjoying it.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. And do they love them? Do you test them out on your grandkids?
Yeah, I certainly do. Well,
Yeah.
this new one, which is just out for this Christmas, was...
Dumpy's Happy Holiday.
Yep, that was inspired by Sam, the famous Sam, and it's adorable. We're hoping that this one's going to do well. It's selling out like hotcakes in the shops.
I highly recommend you write one about vacuum cleaners because
Dumpy's special vacuum cleaner.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Maybe he has a pal, he meets up with a vacuum cleaner, and they
It's
go
not
around.
a bad idea.
Think
Ellen.
about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to, but I'll take a little piece of it. All right, well, everybody, today you're on a good day. Everybody's getting a copy of Dumpy's Happy Holiday, as well as the 40th anniversary of The Sound of Music on DVD. And also, you were kind enough, you brought extra copies for our Toys for Tots drive, which is a great, whatever you can give. I keep urging you, toys and books, they would love that.
Yeah,
so
especially books.
Thank
my
you
God.
for bringing more for Toys for Tots. I
It's a
appreciate it.
pleasure. I'm
Thank
happy
you,
to do
Julie.
it, Ellen.
All right,
Thank you,
hello,
Ellen.
Julie.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
All right, so what year was this when you won your Oscar?
I think it was 1965.
65.
Yep.
And for Mary Poppins.
Yes.
And it was your first time there ever?
First movie.
How
Yeah.
old were you?
Oh, gosh. I think I was close to 30, something like that, 29, 30.
And do you remember what you felt like in that audience?
Yeah. Well, it's trying to find the right word. I felt that I wasn't worthy, and that I thought was completely sure that Anne Bancroft was up for an award or so.
Which movie?
For The Pumpkin Eater that night.
And who else was up?
Oh gosh, that I don't remember.
But
But
you
I'm
thought-
sure she was going to get it.
You thought Anne was going to get it.
And she very sweetly came up to me afterwards and, congratulated me. And I said, I thought it was going to be you. And it's quite amazing. And I think I said something like, you Americans sure know how to make a girl feel welcome. You're famous for your hospitality, but this is ridiculous.
Well, I asked you to bring the Oscar because I thought a lot of people have never been that close to an Oscar, so you were kind enough to bring it.
Yes. And you're going to be very close to one, right?
I'm going to be even closer right now,
Yeah.
actually. Let's bring the Oscar out. Where is the Oscar right now? Oh,
It's coming.
Andrew. You look so nice, Andrew. Thank
Oh
you
my
so much.
goodness me!
Wow.
But
He really.
did he put that on specially for the
Yeah.
Oscar?
Just for that. You don't hold an Oscar in any outfit.
No, you have to have it with the.
No, Andy
yeah.
had to put the tux on for that. We're
Yeah.
going to see every angle of it as it turns around. It's like we're on
Very
QVC right now.
nice, Right.
They're only $29.95, and if you order now,
But do you know how heavy they are?
no.
Go on.
Oh, yeah, that's heavy.
It
That's-
is for me these days, I can tell you.
That's heavy. That's a good workout, actually, to walk around
Yes,
and
yes.
just, yeah.
Well, we actually have a pair in the house because Blake also was given a Lifetime Achievement
Your
Oscar.
husband, Blake Edwards,
Yes,
who is
and,
so talented.
there he
Who I
is.
adore him.
So, yeah, so do I. So he's got one on one side of the bookcase and I've got one
Is
on
that
the
where you keep him on the bookcase?
Well, these days, but in the early days, as I say, I wasn't quite sure that I deserved it since it was the first movie, and who knew, it might have just been a fluke or something like that. So, I kept it in my attic for a long time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You hid it so they wouldn't
Yeah.
come after it.
Well,
Yeah. I don't know
Sort of.
where it is.
yes, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seemed wrong to show it off. These days, I really show it off.
Yeah, well, you should. I mean, that's a pretty amazing thing.
It is.
And now, how many times have you attended the Oscars?
Oh, my. Well, 3 times nominated, but also lots of presenting and things like that.
Yeah.
So I've been there about, well, lots, I guess about 6 or 7 times.
And what would you say to, like, Jennifer Hudson, who is brand new? This is all of a sudden a huge, you know...
Yeah,
I mean,
if she's lucky enough to get one this year. I think I'd say just be grateful, because there is so much talent out there, and it's so much a question of being in the right place at the right time and having good mentors and just so much good fortune. So I think you should just be very humble about it.
And anything, what do you think from me? I mean, I obviously am working on certain things to make the audience relax, but what do you think, what can I do to make that audience feel completely relaxed? What do you feel when you're sitting out there?
Oh, gosh. I think we're also delighted to see you. And I'm being dead honest, I could be silly, but really everyone's so delighted to see you, and they're there to have a party and a wonderful evening. So welcome them to your party, is what I say.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I look
think
at
you
it.
will.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely, I have my wine and cheese picked out, but I want... I want everybody to know that that is a celebration, because I think sometimes they're so nervous, worried about their category, that they're not really...
Well, I think it settles down, and it really is a special evening, and it's the whole industry. It's not just, you know, a section, or it's everybody that's in this wonderful, magical thing called the film business. It shouldn't be called a business, but they're all there celebrating, and they're all nominating and rooting for you. So.
And do you watch every year?
You bet.
Yeah?
No, the best is, you know, at home with feet up on the bed and some pretzels and, you know.
Tearing people apart and what they're wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
You've done it, right?
Yeah. That's what everybody does. You sit at home and you're looking at that going, why'd they wear that, you know? But so that's the thing. I think I'm going to include everybody watching at home, watching from other countries, and acknowledge that it's not just us in the room. It's really everybody watching.
It's true.
That's what I'm going to do.
It's a huge rating. I mean, huge.
Yeah. It's great. I want everybody to be comfortable, too, so I'm installing lazy boy seats. And so, because it goes on a long time.
Yes, it does. It can, and really goes on.
And once your category's out of the way up front, people should be allowed to take a nap.
The worst thing about it is that they ask you to be quick with your speeches so that everybody gets in. But towards the end, it's like, forget all that, just say thank you and get off.
Right.
And that's when you really want to hear, you know, the big nominations. You really want to hear how people sound.
Yeah. Well, we're not playing people off this year. We're not going to have a band where they're allowed to talk as long as they want, but we are going to encourage for them to throw away the list and actually just speak from the heart, and because that's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a Oscar.com backstage where they can go and say thank you to, you know, and
that makes a lot of sense.
You can go online and you can hear them say thank you to those, you know.
Good.
So, all right, we have to go to break. We're going to come back and talk about your achievement. You're getting an amazing award. Can I let somebody hold this?
Anybody can hold it.
All right. All right. We'll be right back. We're back with the legendary Julie Andrews.
Pretty good yodeling there.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's, of course, that's Gwen Stefani in her new video, and she's channeling you.
Yes, and she does a lot of good yodeling. She's great.
Did she thank you for stealing from you?
No, she actually called and asked if I would mind if she used it, and I said, no, please do, and she yodels better than I do.
Yeah.
And you know what's really sweet? I arrived here today, and there's a beautiful bouquet of flowers from her to me in my dressing room.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, isn't that lovely?
She's a sweet girl,
yeah,
huh?
Yeah, and it's a wonderful video too. And she's terrific doing that.
Yeah, well, she's a talented girl. So you've got, like, on Broadway, we have, what is it, Mary Poppins and The Sound of Music?
Well, Sound of Music's in London, and Mary Poppins is on Broadway.
And have you seen either?
Yeah, not The Sound of Music in London, but I did see Poppins in London when it was playing in London prior to coming to Broadway.
That's a huge compliment, isn't it?
Oh, it's huge.
Is it weird for you to see that? Do you look at that and go, that's not good?
No, I think it's great.
Yeah. I mean, it would be really hard, and I would think they'd be intimidated if you're in the audience to...
Well, no, it was a special evening that I saw it. They did a wonderful gala, and they kind of gave all the money to 3 charities that night, and they knew I was coming, and I went up on stage and joined in the last number and all of that.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
It was great. So, but it was a wonderful feeling when Mary Poppins flew right over my head and out into the audience, like we had a sort of beam going between us, you know.
Very surreal, I bet.
No, lovely.
Yeah.
It's right,
Yeah.
honestly, Ellen. It should be, it's time. Everybody should get to see these wonderful shows. I'm so passionate about musicals and how wonderful that they're still around and that fresh new versions of them are coming out.
Oh, as a kid, I mean, it had such impact on me, you know, to see Mary Poppins and Sound of Music. I loved all those.
Yeah, yeah.
So Sunday night, live, you're being honored with the Life Achievement Award from SAG.
That's right.
And that's exciting.
You bet.
Life Achievement. Now,
the truth is, and I'm still feeling unworthy. I'm saying, are you sure you've got the right person, you know? But they're being so dear to do this, and it's a wonderful guild. You know what?
The Screen Actors Guild, yeah.
Yeah, the Screen Actors Guild. They do one of the things that's the icing on the cake is that they reach out, and in this particular case, the one that thrills me is that they are embracing children's literacy, and as the guild, the whole guild, they do that.
Which is something you're involved with.
It's very close to my heart,
Yeah.
and so it's like wonderful that they do that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, and I just think you're amazing. Thanks for being here. If you want to take this home, because it's really displayed nicely like that, so...
Well, you can do one of two things. As long as you promise to return it home, you can keep it, or I'll just return... I think Blake's Oscar might miss it. You know,
no, I think... No, you can take it home, but take this revolving thing, and it's a nice display
that's really
for you.
nice of you, Ellen, but well...
No, you can't. Don't say you can't. No, really. That'll look nice with any decor. We can. Okay. Everybody loves you. There's so many people here at the show that dressed extra nice today because of you. Everybody
so
is...
you knew I was coming, right?
Yes,
okay.
yeah. No, I'm talking about people that work here. Everybody was really excited.
That's funny.
So we actually have known each other a long time.
Ages.
Yeah. I think it was like 91 or so. I hung out at your house.
You were very young.
Yeah.
I remember, and you used to come round to the house in Malibu. And we'd have dinners and laugh a lot. I remember that.
Yes, well, you know, I was a huge fan of yours and your husband, Blake Edwards, and I couldn't believe that I was hanging out with these two amazing
people. The whole damn
people.
family, yes.
It was really cool. So, and I haven't seen you since Blake passed, so...
No.
It's great to see you again.
Thanks,
because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the book, because it is really, first of all, I didn't know you had written 30 books. You've written children's books, you've written a lot of books, but this is amazing because you go into detail about so many different things, and you remember...
Well, I've lived an awful long time, and I guess that is.
But you remember it, like you actually had diaries, and
well, I had help. I mean, I did have diaries, and I had date books, and I had my lovely daughter Emma, with whom I collaborated on this, who's a far better writer than I am, but it was very, very helpful. Yeah,
well, but there's some things that you didn't pull any punches. You talk about you and Blake meeting at therapy.
Yes.
That you've crossed paths, and that you talk about Blake and how his addiction and his depression, which I'm glad that you talked about it, because I think it's important.
Well, I just wanted to be as honest as I could, and I thought that I'm a huge advocate of mental health and emotional health and everything else, and it seemed like if it helps anybody else understand what it's like, and it's not the main thrust of the book,
no.
but I did include some of that, yeah.
But you were both huge stars, and this was the 60s and 70s, and there must have been some wild parties. I mean, I want to hear, like, what are
you
some
want to hear only about the good stuff, right?
I want to hear, like, what is the wildest thing that happened during, because the two of you must have gone to, like, crazy parties in the 60s and 70s.
No, we didn't really. We didn't actually go out an awful lot, Ellen, but when we did, it wasn't too crazy. There was one party that actually was manufactured for the movie 10. And I think my character in 10 had to look through a telescope and see that my boyfriend, sweet Dudley Moore, was in fact invading a neighbor's house where they were having an orgy. And, and I must say, there was a day when Blake was shooting the orgy, and he said, "Julie, you've just got to come on over here. It's an unbelievable sight." So, so I went dashing over, of course I did. And what Blake had done was hire an awful lot of people who really are very at ease doing orgy films, I guess. And
I walked in and everybody was stark naked and lying around very happily and casually and treating it totally normally. And there was sweet Dudley in the middle of it all. And, you know, he wasn't very, very tall. And Blake put him between two enormously statuesque ladies. And so he was completely naked. And these two ladies were naked, but their bums were up here and little Dudley's was down there. So sweet.
Oh, my God. So sweet.
Well, it was more adorable than anything else, because Dudley was so adorable.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was it. That movie still holds up. I watched it recently. And
Did you?
Yeah,
No.
that really still holds up. You were really good friends with Carol Burnett. I know Carol is the godmother to your daughter.
Listen, congratulations, by the way, with Carol and being the first recipient.
Thank you.
Of the Carol
Thank
Burnett
you.
Award.
I mean,
I think it's wonderful.
I know. Yeah, pretty crazy. I
Well,
mean,
she's special anyway. We
Yeah.
both know that.
Right.
She's my daughter's godmother, and,
Right.
and great friends with you and me. And
yes, I see her in. Do you visit her in Montecito often?
Yeah.
Well,
Not
then-
often. We're always doing this somehow
Yeah.
and missing each other. But when we can get together, we really do. And it's as if we've never really been apart.
Well, next time you're up in Montecito, let me know, because I see her. We both go to dinner at like 4:30, so I see her a lot.
Really?
Yeah. It's.
You have a home up there?
It's sad. Yes, that's not sad that I have a home, but
No,
it's.
no, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break and more with Julie after this. We're back with the one and only Julie Andrews. Some questions that we have on our minds that we need to ask. Liquor's basically sugar, so if you could have a spoonful of any alcohol, what would it be?
Without a doubt, a really good shot of cognac, I think.
All right. Cognac. What is your favorite curse word and the last time you said it?
What time is it now? Well, about 5 minutes ago. My favorite curse word, God, I got so many. What am I going to do?
It's hard to pick your favorite.
It is hard to pick your favorite. A few of my favorite things, a few of my favorite curse words. Doesn't work, does it?
No.
I can't tell you.
All right.
It depends what comes out, when and how.
Right, okay. Let's say you slammed your finger in a car door.
Well, apart from the absolute screaming noise I'd make, I guess it would be pretty strong.
No, all right, that's not that bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all. That's tame.
Yeah.
So what is the hardest thing that you've had to deal with in your life?
Oh, my. I think certainly one of the hardest, if not the hardest, there's been a few, probably the loss of my voice, the singing voice. That was very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think that would be really hard.
Well, yes, it was.
I mean, it was your life.
Yes, I thought it was my identity for a while. And there's a great story about it, Ellen. I kind of mourned for a long time, and I did get some more therapy and talk about it a great deal, because it was just an operation that went wrong. And I thought, I'm going to go crazy if I don't do something. And that's actually when I began really writing with my daughter. I'd written before, but as I say, since then we've written about 30 books together. And when we got started, I think in music, in terms of writing, and we packaged the books with as much music as we can. And she suddenly said to me one day, simply, Mom, you've just found a new way of using your voice. And the weight just fell off my shoulders. And it's been fine ever since. Interesting, huh?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.